Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to today's JAwedude discussion, as they are now apparently called. In today's video, I will be discussing the current state of the Geometry Dash Demons list. Now in case you didn't know, the Geometry Dash Demons list is a list of the hardest rated extreme demons in Geometry Dash. As of recently, the list has been growing at a rapid pace, with extremes being pushed off every day, meaning that harder and harder levels are going farther and farther down the list. One of these levels, which I am currently attempting to beat, is Bloodbath. Now at the current rate that the list is growing, Bloodbath is probably going to fall off around later this year or early next. Because of its difficulty, if that happens, there will be many people who are upset that they can no longer receive list points for such a hard demon. As more and more extremes are added to the game, and more top 150 worthy levels get added to the list, the levels towards the bottom of the list keep falling, to the point where even Bloodbath is in danger of falling off. This is causing the barrier to entry for list points to become higher and higher as more demons are added to the list. So what are the solutions to this problem? Solution number one, which I'm sure is on everybody's mind, is to extend the list to 200 demons. This would mean that there would now be 200 levels on the list, either split in a 100-100 fashion between the main list and the extended list, or there could be a different kind of split where it is 75-125 or 50-150. This would help to make sure that the hardest demons in the game, such as the top 50, are rewarded far more than the last 150 demons on the list. This would help to solve the problem of Bloodbath falling off. Because Bloodbath is such a hard level, I do believe that it should always be a demon that you can get list points for. However, that may just be because of nostalgia reasons and because of personal bias on its difficulty. With a solution where the list is extended to 200, the max amount of points on the list would also have to be adjusted to 200, and the lowest would either have to be lowered or higher in order to keep the current curve. Now the other potential solution to this problem would be to make it so that legacy list demons do give you list points. Now how would that work exactly? Well, there's two possibilities with this option. The first possibility would be to have, just like the main list and extended list, have an ordered list with points ranging between 1 and a number such as 5, which is the current lowest on the list. However, if I were to do it like this, I would probably change the lowest amount of points on the extended list to be 10 and make it so that all legacy list demons are between 1 and 10. The other option would be to have all of the legacy demons be worth 5 list points. Now the issue with either of these options is that because there would be so many legacy demons, it would be hard for verifiers to constantly be verifying for the legacy list. Because of this, this would be a hard solution to implement. However, if they were to do so, they could either hire more verifiers for legacy list only, or be way less strict on submissions to the legacy list, basically allowing any submission to make it through as long as there is not a massive amount of submissions that would make it seem obvious that they were all hacked. Now with this kind of legacy list solution, there would still be incentive and a lower barrier to entry to getting list points. And it could potentially help better players too, because if all legacy list demons were worth points, altogether, let's say they're all worth 5, and there's 100 legacy list demons, well that's 500 points. So there's still a reason to go for these demons, other than just pure enjoyment. Now it is possible for there to be a world where both of these solutions are simultaneously implemented, where both the main and extended list together equal 200 demons, yet the legacy list also counts and gives you points. In this world, it would make most sense for the curve to go from 200 to 10, ending at the extended list, and then have the 10-to-1 ordering of the legacy list as well. However, the main issue with ordering the legacy list is that it would take lots of time and effort from mods, who already have to worry and constantly debate on placements of current and old demons on the list. Because of this, the unordered solution makes a lot more sense and is way less intensive on the mods, combined with the fact that they could make the legacy list way less verification intense, meaning that they wouldn't have to put nearly as much work into the legacy list at all, while still maintaining a nice, well thought out and well organized list with verification in place where it matters most. One issue with the legacy list having points would be that there would be a ton of levels flooding the list, and even with the amount of verification going on, it would be hard to maintain. In this case, it would be best to just not verify at all and allow for any submission to count towards points on the list. Obviously, any person who is most likely looking to submit to the legacy list would also be probably looking towards beating harder demons one day, and if they were hacking early on in a legacy list without being caught, they would later on be found out once they reached a higher level. Either way, it is widely agreed upon that some sort of solution must be found in order to maintain the list in a way that allows lower skill level players to still get into beating extreme demons for points. If the goal of this list is to be inclusive and allow more players to do so, one or both of these solutions should work, while the first one obviously being much more temporary. If the goal of this list is instead to have a very competitive, very non-beginner friendly approach to list points, then no option would actually matter, because the current amount of demons is enough, and some may even argue that even less demons are needed on a list of this quality in such a system. Either way, I'd like to know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. And if you like this video, it helps me a lot if you like and subscribe. And with that, this is JAWedude in my second JAWe Dudescussion, signing out. Peace.